Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, August 28th. It's Ann Verillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a great week. I am. I'm happy to be back in my craft room, and I've been having so much fun crafting with the Spooky Halloween bundle this week. So I'm excited to share you the second card in my weekly card class kit to go. Now, if you're not familiar with my weekly card class kit to go, you can get the kit sent to your house for free for making a $45 purchase in my online store. And you'll get enough supplies to make 6 cards. Actually, this week it's 4 cards and 2 treat boxes. I had to make a treat box. It's Halloween time. Well, it's not exactly Halloween time. We have another 2 months, but I'm getting a jump start. These cards are so cute, and I know you'll love them. So anyways, if you guys are watching me on my YouTube channel and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and then hit the little bell icon to get notifications of when I go live or when I post new videos. And same goes for Facebook. If you're watching me on Facebook and you aren't following my Facebook page, go ahead and give me a follow. And then as always, I love it when you guys give me a thumbs up and share my video. It really does help me. Let's see what else. What other little PSAs can I say? Oh, if you're watching the replay, make sure you let me know, leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Joan from Washington State. Good morning. And then same goes for my Facebook page. If you're watching me on Facebook, go ahead, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I always love to go back and read all the comments. So what else was I going to say? Oh, this is I think we only have, what, 4 more days? What's today? The 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31. Yeah, 4 more days for the 2025-2027 in color sale. So it's through the 31st, and you get, I think it's 15% off. But anyways, you have until the 31st. So check it out. I've got a link down to my online store below, and you can see what's on sale. Oh, okay, I love this. So I always share the weather. This week it's been kind of chilly here. After we got back from Maryland, Maryland was like in the 80s. Today, here in upstate New York, it's 61 and rainy. My husband loves it because the lake needs some water. I don't like it. And Joan says in Washington State, it's only 80 there today versus the 90 that it was yesterday or Monday. So heat is coming down over on the West Coast. But next week, it's looking pretty good. You know me, I have to take advantage of our summers here because we get a little shorter period of summertime. I grew up in California, so basically it was summer pretty much all year round. But here in upstate New York, it's not always that way. Hi, Claudia. You're from Germany, right? You're watching me from Germany. So yeah, we're traded weather, I think. You're absolutely right, Joan. Absolutely right. But me and my girlfriends were all talking about, we can't believe the summer's coming to an end. We just haven't, been out on the lake that much. But next week it is supposed to be better. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to get some lake time in and maybe a few boat rides and a few little parties maybe. Anyways, okay, let's get started. I'm going to pop us down to my craft table. Here we go. And just a reminder, this is the 31st is the last day for the in color sale. And I think it's 15% off the products. There's certain products, you'll see them when you pop on. Oh, the kids started school there today. All of our kids don't go back to school until September 2nd, I think. Yeah, it's the day after Labor Day. And we are planning, this Sunday, we're having a big family barbecue. So I'm going to have all the family over and the kids and nieces and nephews and blah, blah, blah. And we're having a big cookout. And thankfully, it is going to be 73 out on the patio. So that's a good thing. Earlier it was showing rain. Thank goodness it's not going to rain. Anyways, okay. So before I jump in, I did want to just do another little PSA for my Craft and Create Club. Now, if you're not familiar with that, there's a link down below. You can get some more information on it, but it is a subscription-based club. I run it, it's monthly. You get a kit sent to your door with Stampin' Up! Products, usually designer series paper, embellishments, ribbon, anything that I've used to put the kit together. Hi, Laura. Good morning. Anyways, I was so excited when I created this Craft and Create Club for September because I am using the Spooky Halloween bundle. Listen, I've got some nieces and nephews that are younger. I give them little cards and treats, so I really wanted to use this. Plus, I also thought it was great if you've got young kids. You can give your teachers the kit. You can give your teachers a little kit or a gift bag. So that's what I created for my monthly club. But anyways, it's subscription based. It's $45 a month. And I do all the prepping for you. The only thing you really have to do is cut out the designer series paper, but everything is all put together, cut, scored, and you get a nice package. And for 6 consecutive months, you get a special thank you gift from me because I really value everyone that has joined. So I'm just going to share sneaky peeky of the cards that are in September's Craft and Create Club. Okay, I love that. This is so cute. It's like a little fun fold card. Isn't it cute? All treats, no tricks. Eat sweets. This is another cute little one. I love this designer series paper. It comes with these punch out. Happy Halloween. And then I think this is my favorite. So no tricks, all treats. And this is a little treat bag, and you're going to get supplies with the treat bag in there. Not the candy. Obviously, I can't ship the candy. It'll get all icky. But you're going to get a PDF tutorial on how to make all these projects. But this is their little iridescent bags. So I thought that was super cute. So you can get more info down below in my description. So anyways, this is the bundle we're working with. So I could put it like that. Spooky Halloween dies. I've already taken out some dies because we're going to be die cutting the little kitty today and the broom. So I've taken that out. But I thought it's cute, just the little critters, a doggy, kitty cat, some bats, and all the sentiments. And then one of my favorite dies in here is this house. I used the house. I didn't use the house on this week's club. Thanks, Claudia. But I did use it for my Craft and Create Club. You could do so much with this house. It's so cute. So anyways, that's the bundle we're working with. And I think the designer series paper is called Spooky Sweet. And I'm just going to show you a couple pieces from it. But we're going to use this in today's card, this piece here. But you have like these tags. I just love that you can cut them out. This is the opposite side of that. And then this one, these you can actually make like a little street. I got to get that in. A little street setup. I used that for the card we did on Monday. And then again, these little, I just love this paper. And that's the back side. This is one of my favorite colors. And then I know some people have commented they don't like some of these punch outs, but I'm telling you right now, especially I've got a lot of new beginner stampers who get kind of intimidated and they feel like they can't create something. So I really love these punch outs. And by the way, it reminds me of when we used to play with paper dolls. Do you remember that? Now I'm aging myself. I'm not going to tell you guys how old I am. You can kind of guess, but it kind of reminds me of that. So these are just cute little punch outs. So you can just punch out the element and use it for your cards. Okay, so let me show you the cards we're making this week. This is the one we did on Monday. Isn't it cute? Don't worry, eat sweets. And I used the 2024-2026 glimmer in color specialty paper. So I use that. I think that's on the last chance list too for 450 maybe. And then I used some of those little punch outs in here. So I thought that was real cute. And funny story behind this, I'm in a group called Simply Sweet Stampers. And I shared this to my blog and to my social media accounts on Monday. And one of the demonstrators that I'm in this group with, she sent me a text message and she goes, "Oh my God, Anne, that looks like the card that I made. We make this tutorial, so it's got like 12 cards." She goes, "That looks like almost like the exact same card I made with that background paper." So great minds think alike. Anyways, I love that card too. So this is the card we're going to make today. I'm telling you, I really do think this is so easy. Now I'm going to step it up a little because we're going to do a little bit of die cutting, but this is really easy even for beginner stampers, and it is good for kind of our avid stampers as well. I've done some die cutting on this and the little fence. Then on the inside, I just stamped again, Happy Halloween. Use some of those punch outs. I forgot to punch, so it's good I have those punch outs over here. But this one's, I think, so cute. It's a little treat box, and I'm going to show you Friday how to put this together. Monday, when I showed this on my video, I had a Butterfinger bar in there, but guess what? I ate it. But you can put, it will hold a lot of little candies. So again, with the in color glimmer paper, I use that. So I'm going to go through this whole thing on how to make this. Now remember, in your kit to go, you're also going to get a PDF tutorial, and it's going to have all the dimensions, everything you need to either recreate the same card again, or if you want to use the design with just different stamp sets or different designer series paper. So it's always a good deal. I love sharing those with everybody when they go on my online store. So here's what you're going to get in your kit. I've already cut this out. This is the designer series paper. So that's for the inside of the card. I've done some of the die cutting, so you didn't have to watch me do all that. That's the fence. This, I simply cut this, and then I snipped it up the middle and then just made a banner out of it. So really easy to do. This, I use the Textured Notes designer series, not designer series paper, Textured Notes dies to create this label. So we're going to use that, and then you're going to get a piece of white cardstock to do your stamping. And I always include in my kits, I know some demonstrators don't, but I always include an envelope. So if I do 6 cards, you're getting 6 envelopes. And I always include an inside panel. I just think an inside panel is so important, and I you know, the price of cardstock isn't cheap anymore, but I think it's you need to include a little inside panel, and along with that, I include a little strip of designer series paper. That's kind of my giggy thing. I don't know, I got hooked into doing this all the time. So okay, we'll put that aside. Now I'm using one of the new in colors. This is Timid Tiger. And I'm just going to go ahead and score this real good. I scored it already. I'm going to burnish it. So when you get your kit, you're going to get one that's already scored. And forgive me if it's a teeny tiny bit off. I usually check them before I send them out though. I got a little thing here. Now I like basic black with this Timid Tiger, and especially for Halloween, it goes so well together. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, what did I do here? Let me look. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, but before I do that, let me see if I have something here. I don't. It's over on my thing. Oh, there, I got it off. Sometimes when you use your oh, what do you call it? A paper trimmer. Duh. You might get like a little fuzzy you can kind of see it there. All you need to do is just use a nail file and just file that. I'm trying to use my short fingernails. I can't put nails on anymore. My doctor said I have an issue. So she said no more fake nails for me. Anyways, so I got rid of it. So let's go ahead. I digress, right? Let's go ahead and adhere this. I've got to put that up there for a little bit. There. Yes, I'm using my liquid glue. Many of you that watch me know I'm a glue girl. You can use your Stampin' Seal, whatever fancies you. Go ahead and use that. My demonstrator friend Debbie, she doesn't like glue, but she's getting better at using it. It just takes a little bit of practice. The reason I use it is because I find it easier if I don't get it straight on my paper. I can move it around a little bit. Now you can with Stampin' Seal too. You can. There's a little method of huffing on it, so you can get it around. So now I'm going to take these and I'm just going to glue these little banners. I don't know if I saw this somewhere. I can't remember. I might have seen something similar to this on Pinterest. But I'm just going to take it up to the top. I don't want to take it all the way up to the black border because you want that to show. Just going to do that. And then I'm going to overlap this one ever so slightly. Well, I could make it like that. Yeah. I think I'm going to line up the center. Now, I don't know about you guys, and it's probably so early to talk about this. Although, if you go to Target or Walmart or anywhere, they already have their Halloween stuff up. But we don't get trick-or-treaters here, which is something I really miss. When we lived in Jersey and California, we'd always get trick-or-treaters. And I just miss seeing that, the little kids all dressed up. Really kind of sad for me. But we live on a road that you really can't walk down. Kids, it would be dangerous. So that's why when I see my nieces and nephews, I go over to my sister-in-law's and they kind of gather there. So I'm doing this strip. You can see it kind of makes it like a road. So I wanted something to frame the little fence. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on here. My club kits, they went out, well, half of them went out yesterday. The other half I have to take them down to the mailbox today. So we're just gonna, I hope that's big enough. Yeah, that's perfect. Just want to get that up there. Okay. And then for this, you can, well, you could use adhesive sheets if you wanted to, but since you guys know me, you know what? I think I'm going to use my other glue. It's newer. It might come out a little too fast, but oh no, maybe it's not. I didn't replace my glue yet. I thought I did. Anywho, okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, it's working fine. I'm just going to put the glue on the top here and then just a little bit on the bottom. You can use the fine tip glue pen if you want. That might be easier. But I'm using this one. Yeah, let's see. Just get another little dot here. Okay. Put that up there, and then we're just going to place this right about here. There we go. Okay, that's all there is to that. And now let's do some stamping. So we'll put this aside for right now. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I'm using, where is it? Oh, it's right here. I'm using pumpkin pie. Goes well with the fall weather, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna tap that in there, and I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to press too hard on this. So let's just grab this. Hopefully I got that straight. I love the little kitty. There we go, perfect. Put that away for a few minutes. Clean my stamp off. And now we're going to go ahead and stamp our little kitty and the broom. Now I need this stamp, this block here to put my kitty on. Okay. We're going to go ahead and use Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to use my Stampin' blends to color this in. And I had a little issue, which I might have again, of getting this solid ink down. But I'm going to show you what I do. I need to re-ink this pad. That's one of the reasons why, but we're going with it for right now. Okay, there we go. That actually turned out pretty good, except for one little spot. Oh no, I need that still. I need to do the broom. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Where's my broom? Here's my broom. Let's put this back up here. And I was kind of sad to hear the Stampin' Right markers were going away, but honestly, I don't use them that much. If you guys didn't hear, they're phasing out the red cling stamps, and going forward, it's going to be all photopolymer clear, which I love because I can see where I'm stamping. Let me get this like this. And because they're phasing out the red cling stamps, the Stampin' Right markers are going as well, because that's what you used to use if you wanted to do some different coloring on them. Now, I'm a big fan of my Stampin' blends. If they take those away, I will cry. So let me clean this off. Now, I am going to show you a little trick. That's why I'm always going to keep my black Stampin' Right marker. Okay, I didn't get good ink coverage there. Now, you know, you don't have to fix that. This is called stamping, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But sometimes I get like a little anal, and I like to just color it in. So I had a little party here with some friends, and one of the girls was so upset that she stamped it crooked, and I said, honey, it's okay. So I'm just going to fill that in ever so slightly. And there you go. You can't tell. So let's do some coloring now. I gotta put my glasses on. How do you guys like these ones? These are my pair I wear. I can take off and I can clip a new frame on. The other day I had blue. All right, let's get this going here. So I used pumpkin pie, a little bit of petal pink, petunia pop, granny apple green, and that was it. So let's get this going here. I'm going to use my light pumpkin pie. Make sure it's light. Yeah, it is. And I'm just going to start by coloring in. Actually, I'm going to go around here, space a little bit. I'm not doing a lot of shading. I just didn't feel the need. Oh, I think I need a new one. I use this one a lot. I better place an order. So I'm just going around here slightly, around the kitty's face. Now I'll come back and use my my bullet point because it's easier to get around these little pieces, and I'll also use it for the tail. There. Where else did I use it? Oh, I used it on the ears. I'm just outlining the ears here. Oh, and I did the little kitty's hands. Okay. Oh no, wait. I want dark. I'm gonna do the little broom. I'm gonna use dark. Hi, Debbie. Boo, stranger. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of dark, and I am gonna use a little bit of dark just to outline these lines a little bit. And then I'll use the light to come in here and kind of. There we go. Now for the kitty's face, I'm just going to use very, very lightly some petal pink. Okay, and then for the little costume, I'm coming in with some, going to use a little bit of dark, and I'm just going to outline some of this area here, like the sleeves. I said I wasn't going to do shading, didn't I? It's okay. It's okay. But let me see, I'm going to use this one. I don't go real fast when I'm coloring because I don't want to color outside of the lines. So I'm doing it kind of slowly. There we go. Now as this dries, this is going to lighten up. You can see here, this is a little bit lighter than this because this will definitely lighten up as it dries. And let's see, I also used it down here and right here. And I think that's it. How did my boots get black? Did that stamp? What did I do? Okay, wait, let's look. I don't know. It didn't stamp black. So guess what? Guess what we're gonna do? I'm gonna use my Stampin' Right marker. Guess I'm gonna color in the boots black. I didn't notice that. There is a black Stampin' Blend, by the way. I think I have it, but we're using that. Okay, and then I'm going to use green. I use the peach down here, or the petunia pop, I mean. And then Granny Apple Green. Just going to use a little bit. And then I'm going to do this one in Granny Apple Green. There we go. So this is dark Granny Apple Green. I might have used the dark. Let me see. This is one way I can tell. Yeah, I used dark. So we're going to use dark. This is the dark. You can see there. So let's just color this in real quick and then we'll get to the die cutting. Oops. Sorry, my head's in the way for you guys to see that. Sorry. All right, I think we're done. Now let's die cut this cute little kitty and broom out. I've got my boho blue mini cut and emboss machine. We're just gonna pop these two little things in here. First, I'm gonna set this up, bring in our dies, and I'm gonna use a little bit of Post-it note tape to keep this secure. So I just use a little bit because I don't want it sliding all around and not getting a good cut on it. So I just use a little. That's good. And then here's our little broom. If I can get that out. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use a little bit because I want to keep the broom straight. And hopefully that does the trick. We shall see. So that's why I said this is a little bit more like moderate stamping with die cutting and coloring. The card I made on Monday was pretty simple. So like I said, a beginner stamper could do it. So there's that. And here is our broom. And we're just going to put these over here so they're not in my way. And I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adhere this to the card base. So let me just get my glue. I like to use my glue until I can't squeeze any more out of it. This one feels pretty empty, but trust me, I got some glue out of that one. Now I want to make sure I got it right here. Yeah, let's do it on this side. Okay. We're just gonna I just want to move that up a smidgen, down a smidgen. There we go. Okay, that's that. Now let's pop these little cute kitty and a broom. We're going to pop them up with some dimensionals. And I think I can use the bigger dimensionals here. Bring my trash can in. So again, just in anticipation of Halloween, let's make sure, let me get this over here a little bit more. Oops. I want to make sure I can get this in the hand here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use mini dimensionals on this one because it's so small on the bottom, but I am going to pop it up. And I'm going to put a smidgen. Oh. I don't have any more nails and I can't get things when I want to. And put a little bit of glue, just a glue. You could use a glue dot if you wanted to, but it's just easy to use the glue. So I want it to be like in her hand. So let's make sure I got that glue down. Okay, now popping this up. Put a couple dimensionals right on here. We are almost done, guys, with our cute kitty No Tricks, Just Treats card. And let's get this over here. And I think I'm going to put that just right about there. And while I still have this, before I forget. A lot of times I'm doing my videos and I forget to put the bling on. So we're going to do it right now. Now I love these. These are the Shimmer Star foam stickers. They're a little puffy. And these actually come with the suite because there is a suite for this. So let's see. I'm going to use the small stars. Just a couple in black. And then I'll use a bigger one. I'm going to go with the bigger one right here. There we go. Okay. Now we're almost done. I'm going to do Happy Halloween on the inside. See if I got that. No, that's not straight. That is not straight. Let's see here. There we go. All right, let's put our strip on first. Now, you guys, make sure you join me on Friday because I'm going to show you how to do the treat box. It actually is super simple. I was intimidated at first, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. So I'm just going to adhere this little strip of designer series paper, the Spooky Sweet DSP. Make sure I press that down good. And you'll notice that I have a little bit of a leftover hangover thing here. No, I'm not hungover. The paper is hanging over. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp this in pumpkin pie. And I'll go ahead and put it on the inside. Now, September, I am going to be doing my Stampin stack. So it's 20 Christmas cards. So if you're not on my email list, make sure you subscribe. There's a subscription link down below. But I want to help everybody get a jump start on their Christmas cards. All right, that's that. Oops, sorry. Noisy. Let's clean that off. And now we'll just adhere this to the inside. Now, I'm a stamper that always does the inside last. Some people like to do their inside first, but I've just always done it last. All right. Oh, poops. I got a little smidgen on there. Oh, I know what to do. Hold on. I don't know where that little dot came from. I didn't have anything over here that was dirty. So let's see. Show you what we're going to do. This is where these things come in handy. I'm going to use this one. Just going to use that, and then maybe another one. Let's layer them. Okay? Just like that. I used to love candy corn. I don't anymore. It's too sweet. So put a little bit of glue here. Now these are all tricks of the trade, right? If you got like a little ink spot or you have finger transferred ink, then you just use an embellishment and you cover that right up. So we're going to do that, and then I'm just going to put this one over here. Super easy. There we go. Okay, that's the second card in this week's weekly card class kit to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember, give me a like, a comment, and share my video. And then don't forget, come back Friday, and I'm going to show you how to put together that cute treat box. All right, bye, everybody. Have a good rest of the week. I'll see you Friday.